Now, listen, you guys. Nicki Minaj is out there basically outsmarting Bongo 2 because she's coming out here with an announcement of an Act 2 of her project. And we're also going to be talking about Doechii speaking about Kendrick Lamar and Lil Wayne. Flomilli is out there speaking about the VMAs and she had a couple of words to say. Nicki is also out there penning a letter to Lil Wayne. And we're going to be talking about Ray J and Princess Love as well as Playboi Carti paying homage to Lil Wayne. Paprika Spice and Lottery Ticket are back at it. And I'm just like, at this point, what is this? Now, these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea blog. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So first of all, let us talk about Bongo 2, okay? Bongo 2 decided to announce that, well, an Act 2 was actually going to come out. She took to her Instagram to announce that, well, her album, Megan, is going to be having sort of like a deluxe album. And the date and the timing, is that not interesting, okay? That Nicki had initially said that her album was going to be dropping September 13th. And in comes Bongo 2 with an announcement of a deluxe album. Oh, my goodness. Now, this makes me actually realize that at this point, these people are not even ashamed to make sure that Bongo 2 is kept in the same conversation with Nicki Minaj, because what is this, okay? And honestly, I do feel like Nicki is going to continuously do these entire things of announcing her album and letting the enemies do whatever they want to do, and then she ends up releasing the album on a different date, because people are like, oh, why is she pushing it back? Oh, this and that. And I'm like, you guys, you saw what happened when she announced that, well, her album was going to come. That's when they decided to release the whole Kenneth thing to try and launch another Ash train. And so I guess Nicki is going to continuously do that. And it's really sad that she can't really just do her music without people plotting behind her back, behind the scenes. It kind of sucks. Imagine people doing all that just to stop your greatness. And now this girl is coming in with another gimmick so that she gets compared to Nicki Minaj. And at this point, I do hope Nicki Minaj sits back and watch her and see what she's going to do, because clearly they want to make sure that the time that Nicki releases the album, her deluxe album is also going to be released so that the comparison can actually continue happening. And it's actually said that somebody's whole career can be centered around Nicki Minaj. It is fun until it ceases to be fun. You can ask the Transformer. Initially, she enjoyed the whole comparison and things, but right now you mentioned Nicki Minaj, she spazzes because everything about her now, if she sneezes, people will start talking about how did Nicki Minaj sneeze last week, okay? And and that kind of sucks, okay? Living in somebody else's shadow, it is kind of very sad. So yeah, let me know, you guys, in the comment section what you think about Nicki Minaj tricking that fraudulent nation. Oh my God! The next thing that we are going to be talking about, still speaking about Nicki Minaj, let's talk about the Lil Wayne comment that she left. You guys do know that Lil Wayne came out and spoke about the entire Super Bowl thing, and some people were reacting in a way that I'm like, wow, some people are just so mean and inhuman, hey? People are like, oh, well, he's on a pity party. Oh, my goodness. And I'm like, oh, wow, you guys, I hope in your workplaces when you are treated unfairly, or, when stuff is unfair and there's a lot of politics going on, you don't complain. Or are you those people who are out there playing at the center of the politics, throwing others under the bus, not because of incompetence, but because of personal relationships, gossip, this and that? Like, people have no empathy whatsoever. So this is what Nicki Minaj said underneath Lil Wayne's post. She said, "This too shall pass, but what you have done for the hip-hop culture will remain. It will stand the test of time. Many times our greatest and most dehumanizing test is just a way of God to get the glory. You were simply used in a war of egos to people who are empty inside, and all they have is their temporary power. Now, every day, these wicked people are spending money to circulate the worst of you." Yeah, I agree, and it's really sad, because now all of a sudden I'm hearing, oh my God, Wayne is such a bad performer. Oh, she doesn't show up for rehearsals. ourselves, oh, she doesn't do this. But one thing about God, your day will come, okay? And so she said, but the Lord will nullify each and every single attempt, and not only will it return to sender, it will be replaced with the best of you. You are human, they are not, and will never and never will be perfect. And when they go out of their way to circulate the worst of human beings, the worst of them shall be circulated and magnified too. It will be their demise. The Lord has warned them time and time again. The stone cold hearts believe they are above reproach, but this time they will regret it. And like I said yesterday, when the drum starts to beat too loud, just know that it's about to burst, okay? And that's the same situation that happened with the diddler. So what this man is doing, the day that one person decides to speak up, the day that there is enough evidence, for people to start speaking up, is going to be ugly. It is actually going to be ugly. But anyway, what do I know? Let me know, you guys, in the comment section what you think about Nicki Minaj's message to Lil Wayne. I found that rather touching, and the amount of loyalty that Nicki Minaj has, wow. No wonder God is always by her side. No wonder, no matter what people do, she always comes up at the top. Because, I mean, like I said previously, after how these guys have moved around her, if I were here, probably at this point, I'd be like, you know what? I'm just going to support you from behind the scenes like you guys also do. But the fact that she's selfless enough to even put her behind on fire to defend and speak up for idol, it's very, very impressive in my own opinion. Because don't think that she doesn't know that people will start giving a backlash and things. Like, she knows that perfectly well, but that still is not going to stop her from speaking, okay? And the next thing that we are going to be talking about, it seems like Doechii had a couple of words. She went to the Joe Biden podcast, and she was asked who her favorite rapper was, and she said Lil Wayne, and who the best rapper was, and she said Kendrick Lamar. And I'm like, what? Okay, that's interesting. Kendrick is a very good rapper. Like, I'm not even gonna discredit that. I mean, he's such a lyricist. I agree with that. But has anyone ever actually paid attention to Lil Wayne's lyricism? Like, I do get that. Well, Kendrick's lyrics, they allow you to actually hear what he's saying. He's got like a laid back, conscious type of flow, and that may end up sounding like it's deeper than some other flows. But to say that Kendrick is a better lyricist or better rapper than Lil Wayne, I don't know, you guys. But anyway, let me know, you guys, in the comment section what you think about that. Do you really think that, well, Kendrick is a better rapper than Lil Wayne? And so let me just insert what also Doechii had to say at the Joe Biden podcast, and then I will catch you after that.
I'll say musically, I just want to write better songs. That's it. I want to write better songs. I really admire and look up to like Kendrick Lamar in the sense of like, he can tell his story and talk about his feelings and make it a hit. And like, I would love that. That is what I would like to do. No?
I like it.
That's I like it. Songwriting is undervalued in today's hip hop, especially.
Get better with my pen.
Favorite rapper?
Oh no, that's hard.
I know.
Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best rapper?
Arrest her.
Ooh, best rapper?
26.
Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Oh, you are messy. Yo, I thought you wasn't messy.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Now was not the time. Read the room. Jesus. Read the room.
Favorite rapper?
Well, there you heard what the lady had to say. Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about Flomilli. Now, Flomilli has always had weird energy. She's the one who also had that entire fake occasion and started coming for Nicki Minaj. And she has been a little bit slimy when it comes to her. For what reason? I don't know. Maybe she didn't get a feature like the rest of them or whatever. And so when asked about the VMAs, she said that, well, the VMAs this year were more, she said, were more enjoyable because they were less intimidating or something like that. Let me try and look for the exact words that she used. Oh yeah, I found it. She said that the VMAs this year were more calming. And of course people are like, what do you mean more calming? With some people saying that, well, that's a diplomatic way of saying boring. And some people feeling like, well, that she was throwing shade at Nicki Minaj, saying that last year's VMAs were chaotic and not calming, since she came out here and basically lit up the stage and was out there performing Big Difference. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about Flomilli and her saying that this year's VMAs were coming. Do you think that it was shade towards anyone, or do you think that, well, people may be reading way too much into things? Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Paprika Spice and Lottery Ticket. At this point, I am tired of the two of them. Like, do you guys want to actually beef, or do you guys just want to, I don't know, go back and forth throwing subliminals on Twitter and things like that? So Paprika Spice released a video to one of her songs, Popper, and yeah, about the video, it's very much giving Nicki Minaj coded. At this point, I don't know who she is anymore. One breath she's Nicki Minaj, in another breath she's another person. And for somebody who was out there saying that I dislike a bee with no identity, you would think that she would do better herself. But that being said, she was wearing a certain sort of outfit, and the same outfit Lottery Ticket also wore it. And I guess she decided to let us know that, well, Paprika Spice is copying her, because she took to the Instagram to post her own picture wearing that same outfit that Paprika Spice was wearing in that video. And so yeah, basically insinuating that Paprika Spice is copying her. So yeah, do you think that this beef is ever going to end, or do you think that, well, they're just going to continue throwing subliminals at each other like this? Because, I mean, it's getting tiring. It's getting tired. Give us something else, okay? The next thing that we are going to be talking about, Coily Ray, it seems like she's going through some things, because this is what she had to say to share on Twitter. She said, people have been asking me about music, but I have been declining. I've been dealing with this, not so pleasant behind production company my entire career, and I'm really tired of being silent. Billy J thinks he can control my life. Nah, kid. Okay, so yeah, we have been talking about how Coily Ray has literally been very quiet. It seems like she is actually going through some things, and as far as a recording company is concerned. So yeah, I hope whatever it is she's dealing with, she'll be able to beat it, and she'll be able to come out there stronger, or things and stuff, eh? I hope she won't be forgotten when she comes back. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, Playboi Carti is out there paying homage to to Lil Wayne after everything that happened. It seems like she has decided to use the same cover art that Lil Wayne had for his Dedication 3. He has decided to use the same cover art for his on I Am Music cover. I'm looking at it and I'm like, at a time like this, when clearly Wayne feels unappreciated, underappreciated, it's very nice to see some people still out there giving him his flowers. It's actually sad, you guys, when you look at what's happening to Lil Wayne, and that's when you just realize that there are no friends in this game and nobody is safe. And for me, it's kind of like interesting seeing how everything is playing out right now, because when these people started coming after Nicki Minaj, I guess people wanted to keep their spots, and they felt like, well, if they kept quiet, they wouldn't come for them as well. But clearly, it's an erasure attempt. It's an attempt at erasing Young Money, because Young Money is responsible for probably two of the greatest, in my own opinion, rappers. Now, hear me. I don't like Judas Degrassi. You know this on this channel. I don't even like him that much. But he has been making his. Do you understand? And Nicki Minaj, that's unquestionable. Like, every person who comes in, a female rapper, they will be compared to Nicki Minaj, and that's impact. Okay, I know that it kind of sucks, where they try and propel these girls to a level and things like that. But the reality is, no matter who else comes, they're going to be compared by Nicki Minaj. Bongo 2 comes, there's no comparison with Bongo 1. Lottery Ticket comes, there's no comparison with Bongo 1 and Bongo 2. It's always Nicki Minaj. Paprika Spice, it's always Nicki Minaj. Everybody who's Doechii, it's always Nicki Minaj. So that just goes to show you that, well, she has had so much impact, and Lil Wayne really is responsible for introducing us to these gods. Okay, so it's an attempt at erasure at Young Money. So when people like Playboi Carti come out here paying him homage, absolutely appreciate that. The next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about Ray J and Princess Love. And shout out to Miranda. She came to my inbox basically saying, did you see what's happening there? And with Princess Love and Ray J, at this point, I don't know what exactly it is with the two of them. But it seems like Ray J posted a video and he was trying to calm down his, his children after clearly they had gone through something with Princess Love and basically lying to the children that, well, they were playing pretend and things like that. And I'm like, why would you even expose children to an environment like that? And it's just kind of sad, hearing the kids cry and things like that. That's actually very sad and disturbing and very tense. And it seems like Princess Love has decided to speak up. She said, this is the only time I'm going to address this. I've been trying my best to be the bigger person and just walk away peacefully. But what you're not going to do is traumatize, manipulate, and gaslight my kids when you can't do it to me anymore. I'll save my videos for the judge, okay? So it seems like they are really going through it. But then with the two of them, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow they wake up saying, oh my God, love, healing, peace, family, and they're back together again. Like, that's their cycle. Because at this point, I thought they were not together. So I'm like, you guys got back together again? I can't even keep up with the two of them. But anyway, let me just insert the video and you guys hear for yourself, and I will see you after that video.
I just want to make sure, are you good? Dada never did nothing to anybody, right? Mama never did nothing to me. Dada never did nothing to mama, right? Everything is safe. Have Dada put hands on mama or mama put hands on Dada? No, right? Okay, so there's no reason to call the police, right?
Is it just a movie?
We're just making a movie. We're just playing, okay?
Can we go to your house?
We can go to my house, but I just want to make sure everything is safe here with Melody and everybody.
Can we go to my house right now? Can we go to your house right now?
Go get you a sweater. Go get a sweater and we'll go. But nothing crazy has happened. I got it all on tape. All right, so let's put on your shoes.
I don't leaving.
I gotta leave, baby. I don't want anything that. Everything's okay. I just want to make sure everything is safe. I love your mom. Your mom loves me. Everything's fine. It was just pretend. Everything's fine. It was just pretend, okay, baby? Everything's fine. I want Epic to just tell mama that he's going with me so mama knows what's going on. Okay? And don't, it's not like that, baby. I love you.
I spent time with him for a long time.
I love you. Come here, baby.
That's my brother.
I know I love you. Come
I
here.
love my brother.
My baby. Come here.
I love my brother.
And I love you, okay? He loves you, okay?
Stay here, please. Dada, can you say sorry to Dada because she's about to cry?
So I tell your mom I'm so sorry for whatever is
No,
going
make
on.
her happy. Come upstairs.
How do I make your mom happy?
Give her a hug.
She's not. Do you think she's gonna take my hug? Go ask your mom. Will she take that as hug?
No.
Go ask her. No, yeah.
Well, there you heard that, you guys. Now, the last thing that we're going to be talking about, the last fool that we're going to be talking about is none other than Smelliot, all right? Smelliot is out there contradicting what Fraudulent Nation is trying to put out there because for some reason, each time Jay-Z is mentioned, Smelliot wants to be, the one who is in the front line, acting like he knows everything, acting like, well, he's best buddies with Jay-Z and things like that. So when this conversation was going around, and I think it was Ma who actually came out saying that, well, Drake was offered the Super Bowl 2 times and declined. Smelliot said, well, that's a lie. That is not true. And then after realizing that a lot of people actually believing that, he decided to come back and started saying, yeah, it's actually true that Drake got offered the Super Bowl 2 times. And when it's coming from Smelliot's mouth, you would really think that it's coming from Jay-Z himself. Because, well, Smelliot acts like they sleep in the same bed. So... So obviously people were now believing that, and I'm just like, I guess Smelliot said it in an attempt to try and say that, well, Jay-Z is a business person, it's all business, it's nothing personal, because he was like, well, Drake got the offer, that just goes to show you that Jay-Z means business. But then on the other hand, admitting that Drake got it 2 times and declined, would then erase the entire picture that they're trying to paint, that, you know, Kendrick is the best thing, that has ever happened to hip hop, and, you know, he's the greatest because he got offered the Super Bowl and things like that. So that would then erase that narrative. And I guess Fraudulent Nation is not here for that. So they went ahead now and they're debunking that rumor, saying that, well, Drake never got, that offer, blah, 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 because now it defeats the purpose of making Kendrick look like this massive artist, the only one who's worthy of performing at the Super Bowl. So with this thing, it's messy, self-contradiction multiple times. But anyway, I will insert what Smelliot had to say, but I don't think that after that I will be coming back. So let me just say my goodbyes. Thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. And until my next one, see you.
I thought Maul was capping. I thought he was lying about Drake.
He said Drake turned it down multiple times, right?
The sticky part about all of this is Drake has been offered this Super Bowl show for some years now and has turned it down. Probably 4 years he's been offered to perform at Super Bowl. Said no for whatever reason.
That sounded wild. It was like 4 times.
Yeah.
Who turns down the Super Bowl that many times? Even Ack was like, how many times he turned it down? Why would he turn it down? I have an authority. My multiple sources have told me that Drake has indeed turned down the Super Bowl. He actually turned down the first 2, the one in Miami and the weekend one.
That was the first 2 that Jake took over.
Yeah. Okay. So Jay takes over, and again, his rival, whatever, Drake, like you talk about all these history and this back and forth. I mean, these guys are all rivals with each other. They've had their good times and bad times with each other. But business-wise, Jay-Z wanted Drake on that Super Bowl stage, and he turned it down twice. So now years later, when an opportunity is asked of Kendrick, and Kendrick says yes, is Jay not playing fair there? Should Drake feel a way about it when he's known himself? He's had opportunity to do
that
it,
affects it,
and he's turned it down.
That changes my opinion. Did you ask why he would have turned it down?
I don't know why, but he did turn it down. He was offered it twice, so justice for Maul. Justice for Maul.
Justice for Maul.